What is the golden child? Many of you often wonder, for those of you that's really recovering from narcissistic abuse, or those of you who really want and need a deeper understanding of what a golden child is. A golden child is one of your siblings designated by your narcissistic mother or parents, both parents, and in their eyes, he or she can do nothing wrong. And it's basically just a reflection of a narcissistic mother or parents or both. And to really fully understand why that is, um, you know, is somebody that resembles, in my case, with my youngest sister, who is my mother's narcissistic mother's golden child. It's basically, so in my mom's eyes, someone who's not a retard, somebody who don't have any college education, somebody that will follow her rules to a T, and that is, well, if you want my love and acceptance and not lose the golden child title, do whatever you can to have more than the rest of your sisters. Have the nicest house, have the nicest vehicles, find yourself a man with money who will take care of you. And when it comes to a job, screw over who anybody else you can to make it to the top, to make it somewhere. You do those things and you'll forever keep your title as the golden child, as my golden child, and do me proud. And when I get old and gray and can't hardly take care of myself, and poor old me and dad's taking care of you and raised you and done this and done that for you, I really need for you to help me when things get tough and I can't afford the bills or whatever. And I'm sure many of you can possibly really relate to this. And, I could say this. There's no comparison between me and my youngest sister, who's the golden child, designated by my narcissistic mother. And this golden child's sister really proudly wears that title well and calls herself a queen. Well, guess what? The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, doesn't it? And you know what? I'm happy with who I am. And those of you who are surviving narcissistic abuse, regardless of where you are at in your recovery, be proud who you are. Don't sit there and be defined by what they want you to be in order for them to love and accept you. Because I can guarantee you this. They will never love and accept you. It's always going to be a constant game. It's like you go through your whole life try to please them, try to win your narcissistic mother and your siblings' love and affection, and enabling narcissistic father to win their love and affection, their acceptance. Then you have to do this, and you have to have a big house, and you have to have this, and you have to have money to bank overflowing, this and that and the other. So you know what? No matter what you do, it's never going to be good enough. And it's going to be enough to really drive you nuts. It's like, okay, you get a good job, you're making money, you get a big house out in a really rich area, you have a nice vehicle, and still, it's more like You know, for the golden child to say, hey mom, look, I got a good paying job. Hey mom, look, I got a big house. Hey mom, look, I have a nice vehicle. I got two nice vehicles. You know, it's like, hey mom, look. You know, and I'm sure any of you can really, really relate to this. You know, and it's like, you know, I'd say for those of you that are that are survivors and that are surviving and that are recovering from narcissistic abuse, be proud and happy of who you are. If you don't know who you are, then always get a therapist to help you find who you are. But I could say who you are, and that's somebody who's discovered what the hell they've been through and discovered that they've been abused by a narcissistic mother and siblings and enabling father and any other family ties like uncles and great uncles or whatever, aunts, all narcs, you know. You could say, you could start out to know who you are, and that is that you're none of them. And that you are smart enough to break ties and to say, the hell with them, because that's what I've done. Broken ties, and you know, I'm going my own, and it's been 4 months of no contact with my narcissistic mother. With my narc sisters, especially the golden child, it's been at least, 13, 14 years since they've cut themselves out of my life. And I'm sure any of you can really relate to, no matter what you do, whatever you accomplish to try to win their love and affection, that's never good enough. You're still going to be whatever they label you to be. And why go through your life trying to please and try to do things just to win their love and acceptance? It's not worth it. You have to be who you are. The golden child sibling in your life will always have issues. They're going to be forever pleasing the narcissistic mother, or they're going to be forever pleasing, and got to keep up this status to be loved and to be accepted, and the enabling siblings, are going to sit there and join forces with the golden child and the narcissistic mother and the enabling father, and you being a scapegoat, as well as myself being the scapegoat. Oh, we're nothing. We're a piece of trash. And call you all kinds of stupid names, because the stupid names they call you is really a reflection of their own insecurities and their own jealousy. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if some of my subscribers are really some of my relatives, my narc sisters, and they go on my channel, and everyone's got nicknames for themselves. I'm not gonna know who they are, but you know what though? I have a very good strong feeling that anybody associated with my narcissistic family, are probably subscribers to my channel. You know what? And I don't care. Because obviously they're afraid of really exposing them for who they are. Holding that mirror to their face and say, this is who you are. But we'll never look in the mirror. And I'm sure each and every one of you can really relate to what I'm saying. And I say to you, don't ever be afraid to hold that mirror in their face and make them take a good look at themselves. Don't be afraid to expose them. because they hate exposure. And of course, they will love to project and deflect and throw it back on you and say you're the crazy one. And you just gotta say whatever. You know? But never be afraid to expose them for who they are. Because I'm not afraid to expose my narc family for who they are. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them, a very small percentage, because that's what they are, a small percentage, that they're the ones, the small percentage of my subscribers are probably them, and I'm not surprised, or any so-called friends that they have on their team wanting to subscribe to my channel because they're afraid of what I'm going to expose, and they act like they don't care what I say. Really? But just know that the golden child, whoever is designated the golden child in your family, will always have insecurity issues and will be always fighting for mommy's love and acceptance and approval forever. And it is really the deepest in the web. And we as scapegoats, we're smart enough not to be entangled in it. So just remember, don't waste your time really caring what your narcissistic family says. I know it's easier said than done, but it can be done. You know who you are, and if you don't know who you are, like I said, get a very good therapist. Someone who really specializes in narcissistic abuse, and find out how much experience they even have of dealing with people with narcissistic abuse. You gotta do your homework, and I mentioned that several videos ago. Do your homework, be very careful who you select. You know, you gotta be picky, and you want to, because you want to make sure you got the right person that's going to help you recover. And I could say this though, I mean, at times, and it doesn't happen very often, that I can get a flashback about something that really triggered. And I could say earlier this month I took my medical coding test, and came in with very good confidence, felt very prepared, you know, really felt like I was going to do well on that test, and come to find out about a week or so when I got the results that I didn't pass. And right there was a flashback. I mean, that trigger that I did not pass my medical coding test, it automatically just triggered a flashback of my narcissistic mother and my narc sisters all laughing and saying, "See, I told you can't pass that test. You're too dumb. You're stupid. Quasimodos are stupid." You know? And really the loudest voice I really hear out of all that is my mom. "See, I told you you're a retard. Retards are stupid and you're a retard. You're never going to pass. You're never going to make it to the medical field." I know that's what they're saying. And you know what? Water off a duck's back. And you know what? Don't ever, for those of you that can really relate to what I'm saying, don't ever let your narc family define who you are. Do soul searching, pray. Like I said, get a very good therapist, and take your time finding a real good one. And once you land one, work on, with your therapist, to try to help you find out who you are, and help you define who you are. That's what you do. And I can really tell you, When I have a strong instinct about something that I know to be right, you know, I'm sure, doesn't come as a surprise to me that my Narc family will sit there and try to make fun of me or try to mock my videos or say that I look like I just woke up and need my hair. I said, you know what? I'm going to be who I am. When people like that mock because I don't wear makeup, who the hell am I trying to impress? Just by being all glam, you know? And I mean, I do wear makeup from time to time, but I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm here to help other people like you that's been in my situation, and there's so many of you that are going through the same thing that I'm going through. Getting over the abusive, narcissistic parents, siblings, whole family, whatever your situation is. But don't you ever let them define who you are. You cannot put any energy of what they think, because they're going to think what they're going to think. If they're going to mock you, let them mock you. If they want to sit there and make fun of you, let them do that, because you know what? That's just showing their stupidity, for one. And second of all, they're the ones with the problem. They can't accept you for who you are because you refuse to be the person that they want you to be. Because you refuse to let them define who you are. And that's the way you have to treat it. They're the ones that are never going to have any peace in their life. And the best revenge against them is proving them wrong. But you just don't sit there and talk about proving them wrong. You just go and do it, like the old Nike commercial says. Just do it. And it can be done. It really can be. And like I said, I'm still gradually getting some closure with my narcissistic mother and narc sisters. But anyway, I welcome all comments at the bottom of your screen. Please feel free and let me know. Tell me what you think. Tell me your story. You could even private message me if you'd like to. So this is Mary Allen. I'll be making another video soon. And I say thank you for watching and subscribing. Take care for now.